Welcome to my series of CastleVania games. I was actually planning to do a review on these games, but it's kind of hard to do a review on a series of games when I can only beat one out of the four, so I thought I'd just do a commentary of all the videos, or all the games. And this first game is going to be pretty short. The second one I can get all the way to the end too. Third one and the fourth one will also be kind of short. And these are all on the Wii, but the first three are the NES games, and the fourth one we're going to see is the Super Nintendo version. And here we go with the first one. I'm not going to be able to get all of these put in one video, so there should be a two-parter. I don't think it'll be any longer than 2 parts. All 4 games made by Konami. This one was released in 1987. Okay, as you can see, up there you got your score, which is useless. You got your time, which doesn't make sense that you have a time limit. And it shows stage 1. It's got your health and the enemy's health. And that little red box there is stuff you can get. So, start out with just this whip. I collect hearts. Now I got a bigger whip. Now I got the biggest whip. The only thing I don't like about this game is when you die, you go back to your original whip. Okay, see, now I got a knife up there. Press up and attack to use it, and you see my hearts go down. So that's why you're collecting hearts, to use the weapon that you have in your box. That's money. I don't know what purpose it serves. The enemies in these CastleVania games respawn too, so if you leave the screen and come back, they'll come back. Another reason I decided to do these games is because CastleVania 2 Simon's Quest is my favorite, and I'd like to take all my favorite games and record them on this camera because it's like high definition. Whoops, I didn't see that guy. A lot of them guys. Okay, now that item I have up there is a stopwatch. I press that button and it'll freeze everything for a brief period of time. That necklace there destroys everything on the screen, but I don't see what the point is, because they keep respawning. Some of these walls, you can get this. Oop. See that I use my up and attack button to use my stopwatch. Anyways, I guess those are pork chops in the wall. Another thing I don't understand, how would it make your health go up to eat a pork chop that's inside of a wall? Wouldn't that be... I mean, it was probably in there for a long time. Wouldn't that make you sick? But if the Super Mario games have taught us anything from the beginning of Nintendo games, don't expect any games on Nintendo to make sense. When you're a plumber, stepping on turtles, trying to rescue your princess from a reptile who wears a shell on his back, it's got spikes on it, breathes fire, and you shoot fireballs underwater. I should teach you not to expect anything logical to happen in Nintendo games. That makes you invincible for a brief period of time. Very brief period of time, I might add. There's the axe. Okay, and there's the final boss of the stage 1. Look at that. He hits me before I even have time to attack him. Got him. Keep my hearts. I don't want the points. They don't help you. That's one thing I hate about all these Nintendo games. They always have to have points in there. And that made sense in arcade games when people were trying to beat other people's high scores. But it serves no purpose for Nintendo games whose data erases when you shut the game off. Idiot, I hit him. I must admit, I'm kind of surprised I got this far without dying. This is a game that I did not play growing up. Actually did pretty good in this part here. Usually I keep getting hit by them bats or birds or whatever they are. Or their medulla heads, or however you pronounce it. That's a good spot to have the stopwatches on the stage because of all the heads floating down. Oh, another pork chop. Yeah, those don't look like pork chops, but according to AVGN, who has done a lot more research on this game than I have, those are pork chops. Oh, there I got the stopwatch. Now that was nasty. See, now look at this. I got this little bitty whip again. I gotta start all the way back over here. Yeah, see, this is what usually happens when I play this stage. You know, AVGN, Angry Video Game Nerd, if you watch his channel, he complained about Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest about the things that don't make sense in that game. I must say, personally, I have more complaints about this game than that one. Like all these stupid creatures. Oh, and how nice. One of the complaints he had about Simon's Quest is when it says when you die you lose all your hearts. Actually, that's not completely true. You have to die 3 times, and they give you the option to continue. That's when you lose your hearts. And in this game, it's like every time you die, you lose your best whip and you have to get it all over again. Well, this is going to probably be a very short-played game. It's just, they show no mercy at all on this board. I mean, the level of difficulty compared to the first board, this should be like the last board. Close to it. Look at that, I'm already halfway out of hell. You know what I need is the stopwatch. Okay, I'm going to continue one time in the hopes I can get the stopwatch before I get to that point. And when I do, I'm not going to get rid of it. Now, I almost hate this game, but the only reason I'm playing it is because I'm doing the whole series. I think Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest is a huge improvement compared to this game. I mean, sure, there's a lot of things you don't understand when playing Simon's Quest, but I don't think the game was meant to, like, pop it in, know what to do, and go through it. I think it's supposed to be one of those games where you keep playing, keep checking things out, and eventually you start learning just by listening to the tips the characters give you. Some of the tips are true, some of them are false. And I think, you know, that's another complaint I've heard about that game. The fact that the characters in the game give you wrong advice. Well, if everything they told you was true, it'd be too easy. So you're supposed to kind of guess what's true and what's not, and figure it out as you go along. I didn't get the stopwatch. That is sick. I wonder why I didn't play this game as a kid. It wasn't very popular. I mean, I can understand some people like a challenge, but this is a video game, it's not a college test. It should also be fun. It needs a good combination of challenging and entertaining. There we go. But it's not over yet. I gotta walk all the way back across that area, and hopefully I get a stopwatch. There we go. Die, fool. I think I either got to the second boss or beat him, I can't remember, but that's the furthest I've ever got in this game. These things are terrible. Killing in one hit. Even if they barely touch you. Idiot. I can't. I'm out of parts. So what's that do for me? Just give me points? There, I got upstairs, so we're gonna have more of those stupid flying things. Oh, I don't have any hearts. Yeah, I think this is the second boss. I'm not gonna be able to beat him. Look at that. Now I gotta start all the way back here. See, I mean, what kind of game is this? Usually anytime you get to the boss stage, that's where you start back out at. Well, this game's gonna be over very quickly. Touch me. That was the first game, CastleVania, fail of a game. Now we get to see the fun one. And I'll admit, CastleVania 2 Simon's Quest is very confusing. If you just set someone down and told them, here, play this, and they've never played it before, then yeah, it's going to be confusing, but once you know what to do in the game, it's really fun. Released in 1988. Now this is the game I remember playing as a kid. My friend Faye had it. But see, back when I was a kid and played this game, I had the code that gave me all the weapons, all the items, and the flame whip, so all I had to do is walk from the town of Jova, where you always start out at, walk all the way left, and then you use this tornado to transport, and after that I'd walk all the way right. It'd take me like 15 minutes to beat the game, but I'm going to do it the right way here. First time I ever played this full playthrough the right way was like a few years ago, and I actually had to check on NES maps to figure out exactly what to do, but it's going to take like almost 2 hours to beat. So I'm not going to be able to complete this game in this video. You can enter the password, but I'm not going to. I think the music is a lot better in this game than the other ones. The graphics are better. Talk to these characters. This is his first thing to do in this town. Buy white crystal. See, there's you press start and that's the screen. You get the T, that's your time. The first two zeros indicates days. So I'm 0 days into the game. The second is your hours and the last is your minutes. The minutes go by really quick. Every time your middle number reaches 18, that's military time, 6 p.m., I believe. Anyway, I believe it's military time, because I know at 1800 hours is 6 p.m., and when it reaches 18, it turns to nighttime, and then when it reaches 06, it turns to daytime. And I'll go into that a little bit further. E is your experience hearts. Every time you kill enemies, about 50% of the time you get hearts. If you get a small heart, you'll get 1 experience heart, which is an E. The heart logo, you get 2 for one of those, and you use those hearts for purchasing. Your L is what level you're on. So, this is a crooked trader is offering bum deals in this town. Now, is that true or not? I don't know. This guy is selling me a white crystal for 50 hearts. Maybe that's more than what he should be charging me, so that's not necessarily a lie right there. He wants to sell me a white crystal for 50 hearts. I say yes. Check my box. Now I got a white crystal, but see, my hearts is 0, so I got to get hearts before I can purchase anything else. I'll go ahead and talk to some more people first. Flame is on top of the 6th tree in Dennis Woods. Now I think that's false. Rumor has it the ferryman at Dead River loves garlic. I don't think that's true either. Now you never want to jump from a bottom platform to a higher platform, because chances are, if your jump isn't perfect, you're going to fall and go right into the water. And yeah, water kills you in this game. If you land in the water, you're dead. Magic potion will destroy the wall of evil. Okay, now this little sign here, there's one in every town. Turn right for the Jova Woods. Left for the Blasco Marsh. There's quite a few towns in this game. You notice this one is the town of Jova, and it's red and gray. Each town has a different color. You have a friend in the town of Aldra. Go and see him. Shouldn't I know where my friends are? 13 clues will solve Dracula's riddle, and I'll explain the clues to you when I get one. These doors you can't go in at nighttime, and also another thing at nighttime, these people won't be in the game, they'll be zombies instead. Clues to Dracula's riddle are in the town of Rose. Okay, we're gonna go kill some bad guys over here. And we're gonna wait for my time to get up to 18 so it turns to nighttime. See, I didn't get any hearts out of those guys. There, I got one. See, my experience points went up 1. My purchasing hearts went up 2. So the purchasing hearts you can use to buy whips and other items that you might need. The experience hearts, when I get up to 100, I'll level up to level 1, which makes me stronger. My attacks will inflict more damage on certain enemies, and my health won't go down as much when I get hit. Also, daytime and nighttime, too, accounts for that. In the daytime, enemies are easier to kill, and they do less damage, whereas nighttime is the opposite. See this guy? He starts jumping. I'll show you what happens when you get hit. See, I lost 2 points of health. You can always fill your health up at a church. You go to a church in one of the towns and... Okay, see now that's almost going to be turning to 1800, so it's going to be turning to nighttime. Every time it turns to nighttime, it says, what a horrible night to have a curse. It's another one of AVGN's complaints about the game, but I mean, who cares, so you gotta wait a few seconds. And I just keep walking back and forth right here and killing these bad guys. Zombies, because see those hearts right there, they're medium-sized hearts. You get 3 experience hearts and I think 4 purchasing hearts. Let's check it out. Yeah, see, I'm up to 12 purchasing hearts now. I want to get 150 before daytime because I want to buy holy water and I want to buy the next whip. This might seem kind of tedious going back and forth just killing zombie all the time, but early in the game it's something that's pretty helpful to do. See, now that I got this new camera, I'm not too happy with all the videos I did on my old camera because the picture quality and sound is terrible. So some of those old games I did, I'm going to do remakes. At least my, I don't know, games I really liked. Oh, by the way, when I get up to 100 and I level up, it also fills my health. And you'll see the L there that shows what level I'm on. I'll go up to 1. Okay, this next heart, okay, I'm at 98, this next heart should level me up. Now you see I'm at level 1, so now the rest of these enemies I kill, I won't get experience hearts for them because I'm a level ahead of them. So they don't give you credit for killing guys that are a level behind me. I'll still get purchasing hearts for them though, so it's not a total loss. It really annoys me when you don't get hearts. And that's one complaint I have about this game. Why is it sometimes you get hearts, sometimes you don't? You know, I like ABGN's videos. It makes a good point in most of his videos, but this is the very first review he did, and I must say this is one game that I really love. Still do. Okay, the morning sun has vanquished the horrible night. So now if you're drinking coffee while playing this game, those messages help you. It gives you an opportunity to take a sip of coffee. Unfortunately, it's too late in the day for me to be drinking coffee, so 176 hearts, so I can buy both items. Talk to this guy here. Want to buy holy water? Yes. So now you can jump from the up to the down area. It's no problem, but if you jump from down to up, it'll ruin your day. If you miss it. Buy a thorn whip. Now you take a look at my whip. It's much longer. Okay, now to select holy water. You move your arrow onto it. You get an unlimited supply of holy water, and holy water is definitely something you want to have because I don't think you can pass the game without it. There's so many areas where you need it. I could be wrong, but I mean, it might be possible to pass the game. So you notice those enemies I kill? One hit kills them. I don't know if it's because I got a better whip, or if it's because I leveled up, or maybe a combination of both. So my experience points still aren't going up. Eventually I'll get to a part in the game where the enemies are up to my level and I'll get experience points for them again. See, holy water can also be used to kill bad guys. This is another game, just like the first game, you get hit, you fly backwards. Oh. You can break those blocks. There's a lot of blocks you can break with holy water. Now the first set of steps I come to here, I go down. So look at the graphics and listen to the music. I think this game is, for an NES game, I think it's pretty impressive. Here's the town of Rose. It says a rib can shield you from evil. I'll show you what he means when I get the rib. I'll get that in the first mansion. There are 6 mansions, I believe. Oh, I need 2 hearts. I'll get them. Turn right for Dobby's Path, left for the Veros Woods. Laurels in your soup enhance its aroma. Okay, now you don't eat soup in this game, so that's false. It says, you look pale, my son. You must rest in the church. I think it says that to kind of give you a hint that you can use the church to restore your health, but I don't need it right now. Clues to Dracula's riddle are in the town of Elba. Clues to Dracula's riddle are in Berkeley Mansion. There are 13 clues to Dracula's riddle, and they are scattered throughout the game. We'll be running into those. You've got a friend waiting for you in the town of Elba. The clues are basically tips, just like the people give you, so it's not like you necessarily need them, but if you've never played the game before, it's kind of helpful to have them. I'll show where every single one of them is, too, in the game. I'll be collecting every single item. Now, let's see if I have enough time to get over to the other edge of town and go back in there. The clock moves pretty fast in this game. There we go. So I'm going to buy a dagger. See that box there? All those items I'm getting? That box is going to be completely full by the time I finish this game. Nighttime comes, I'm going to be fighting zombies again in this town. Notice my experience points are up to 2 now, so that last enemy I killed. So this town right here, the town of Rose, is where I reach the point where enemies are back up to my level. Okay, it's going to be turning nighttime here. Weird bats. You can kill a lot of zombies in this town if you go to... you gotta kind of find where they are. Keep walking back and forth. You gotta know where they spawn. Okay, now on my experience points, this time it's 150 before I level up. And this time not only will it refill my health, which I don't need right now, but it'll also add to it, so my health meter will expand. It'll expand and fill. See, I only did one hit of damage. It all depends on what level you're at and what enemy hit you. Usually I'm only good at games I played as a kid, maybe I had more patience as a kid. I know I lost my temper a lot. My temper was a lot worse as a kid. Now I get mad and I might kick my desk or something, which you probably heard in some of my videos. When I was a kid, I used to bust games. I used to put holes through my closet door. $102 experience points, 134 purchasing points. I need a 150 purchasing hearts to get the next whip, which is in this town. So you upgrade in whips quite a few times. Okay, now why did that enemy do 2 damage points to me? The first one did 1. Maybe they do 1.5. I don't know. The morning sun has vanquished the horrible night. $170, I have plenty of points for my next whip. You gotta know where to find these guys too. See, anyone playing this game isn't gonna know that you break blocks with holy water. There's my first clue. Clear a path at Berkeley Mansion with the white crystal. Now I'll show what that means when I get to Berkeley Mansion. Purchase a chain whip. There's my chain whip. Looks like it's about the same distance as the last one, but it's more powerful. Okay, now check this area out here. We're going to be coming back through there. But for right now, we're going to go back to the left. No point in talking to them guys. I already talked to them all. They all say the same thing each time. I'm going to go into the church, refill my health. It says rest here for a while. And no matter what your health's at, it will refill the whole meter. That pink stuff there is pink poisonous marsh. If you land in it, you move real slow and it drains your energy down slowly. There's the first mansion. Okay, now it says clear path with the white crystal. Press up. That way you're on the top menu. Press right or left. And now you got your white crystal equipped. And you can see the platform. Jump on it. Otherwise, the platform doesn't exist. You fall in the water. Here's where you can press up or down to switch between arrows. Use my dagger to... Oh, that was close. I thought I was going to fall off the edge there. There is one time I got through this whole game without dying at all. Only one time in my life. Well, unless you count the times I used the password, but I'm talking like full playthrough. There's the big heart. That refills... That gives you 6 purchasing hearts and 5 experience points. By the way, anytime you're inside of a building, like a mansion or a place where you can buy stuff or the church, your time suspends. It stays there. See, 2:10:53. Still 2:10:53. Cool. Those things are really annoying, especially when you get to the Saddam Woods. Okay, here's clue number 2. A symbol of evil will appear when you strike the stake. And I'll show what I mean by that. Idiot. Whoa, there's 3 guys up there. I think that's a glitch. I don't think they usually have 3 of them up there, but I could be wrong. No big deal. That means 1 extra heart for me. Okay, here's something you would know about. Some of these blocks you can't walk through. First 2 right here, you fall right through them, so that's why you want to go to the 3rd one. Those bones hurt you if you touch them, and the flames that land underneath them also hurt you, so you want to avoid them. Mansion has different colors in the background too, like this is kind of a orange and brown colored. Okay, there's a guy that's going to sell me the oak steak. Now you only get 1 use with the oak steak, which you see in the bottom right hand corner. You want to use that at the orb or crystal ball, whatever you want to call it, at the end of the stage. There's clue number 3. Destroy the curse in the old rule Brown's Mansion. Now Brown's Mansion is the 3rd mansion. This right here is Berkeley Mansion, the first one. Or no, wait. Maybe Berkeley's the 2nd mansion. I can't remember now, but I know Brown's just the 3rd. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, this is Berkeley Mansion. 2nd one's Rover Mansion. before. A flame flickers inside the ring of fire. Okay, now I'm not really sure what that means. Oh, cool. Okay, now here's another area you fall through. You can tell by the pillar where the pillar stops. So you want to jump over that. Here's where you want to use your oak stake. You now process Dracula's rib. It's supposed to be possessed, but they had a typo, so every time you go into the mansion it's going to say process. So you might have this disturbing image of throwing Dracula's body parts into a food processor, but no, it's supposed to be possessed. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and fall down here. Oh, by the way, now I got Dracula's rib. You put that on, and now you see I got a shield that'll deflect the fireballs that are shot at me. So that's what the guy meant when he told me a rib will shield me from danger. I'm like 45 minutes into the video, so I'm going to be stopping at sometime about an hour through to jump into part 2. We might actually have 3 parts. And there I am out of the mansion, and we'll keep going to the right. See this whip I have? I'm going to have this for quite a while before I get an upgrade. Oh, okay, you got the spiders, so these guys are the most menacing enemies in the game. You just want to keep on moving. Attack them if you can, but they just keep shooting webs at you. So if you can kill them right away, do it while you have the chance. Oh. Okay, I'm doing terrible. Eventually I'll be leveling up and refilling my health. .143, getting pretty close. There's the Sacred Flame. You now possess the Sacred Flame. They did it correctly there. Now I want to build up my hearts before I keep moving on. What a horrible night to have a curse. I mean, last night would have been a good night to have a curse, but tonight is a horrible night. Okay, I need one more heart and I'll level up. There we go. Added energy, juiced me up. There's another clue, I believe that's number 5. To replenish Earth, kneel by the lake with the blue crystal. So figure out what that means. Oh yeah, you can... Ooh, fool. You can kill the webs too, that they shoot at you. Okay, this time you see the steps there, I'm going to skip it for now. I'm going to come back to them. First I'm going to keep going. First set of steps, I go down right away. The second set of steps, I come back to them later. Okay, now this town is... can't remember. Oh, Algebra. Turn right for Camilla Cemetery, left for the Algebra Woods. Okay, this enemy takes 3 hits to kill. I don't know why the rest of them don't take that long. So we're gonna go do some zombie killing. I'm not getting any experience points for these zombies, but I'm getting purchasing cards, and I'm going to need them. I actually got enough. 150 is the amount I want for this at this point in the game. The most purchasing hearts you can hold is 256. Once you reach 256, it stops right there. You can't get any more than 256. But there's nothing else to do, so I'm going to keep collecting hearts. That was a lot of hearts I got in a row. $234. Whoops. Yeah, that sacred flame you see down there in the bottom right hand corner, we're going to figure out what that does a little bit later in the game. Probably when we get to Mansion 3. I got like 7 minutes before it's going to be 1 hour into the video, so look at that, I got 256 points, I'm maxed out. I'm going to go ahead and buy my goodies in here. Some of my laurels. I'm actually gonna... Okay, now you look at the bottom, I got 2 laurels, so those, every time you use, you lose them, whereas holy water, you can keep using them over and over again. Same with the daggers, and the sacred flame, you can keep using the sacred flame, but they use up your purchasing hearts. So, but the laurels, those make me invincible for a short period of time when I use them, and I'm going to go ahead and buy another set of them. You get 2 for the price of 1. And the most you can hold at this point in the game is 4. A little later when I pick up the silk bag I can hold 8 of them. Now I can only hold 4, so if I were to buy 2 more, I'd lose the hearts for them, but I wouldn't get any. And as you can see, these blocks return when you leave the screen and come back, but you can either jump through them, or you can break them while you're there. Clues to Dracula's riddle are in the Baros Woods. Dracula's Riddle or in Rover Mansion. I don't think just say clues to Dracula's Riddle are everywhere. Laurel will protect you from the poison marsh, which I mentioned already. Dead River waits to be freed. Actually, the Dead River waits to be freed from the curse. Actually, I didn't mention that the laurels will protect you from the curse. I just mentioned they'll make you invisible, but that's the main purpose you use them on. To restore your life, shout in front of the church. The funny thing is, this town doesn't have a church. There's a few towns that don't. This is one of them that doesn't. This guy right here says, I'd like to exchange a white crystal for a blue one. There, I just traded them crystals. Now I got a blue crystal. You need that. If I try it again, he says, I refuse to exchange my crystal for yours. So I'm going to need the blue crystal to get down to mansion number 2. Buy some garlic. It has special powers. And we'll get to see what special powers they have as soon as I buy some. You know, I'm actually surprised I'm at 56 minutes into the video. My battery isn't flashing yet. An old gypsy holds a diamond in front of Laura Cliff. I'm still going to stop it at 1 hour because that's a good round number to stop it at. Or not 100, but 1 hour. I don't know if I said 100 or 1 hour. Dracula's eyeball reflects the curse. We'll find out what that means when we get Dracula's eyeball. We'll get that in mansion number 3. You press up and he goes up the steps. You buy some garlic? Yes. I'm only going to buy 1 purchase. It's just like the laurels, you get 2 for 1, and you're only going to need 2 throughout the entire game. And I'll show you where you're going to be using. I'm going to be using 1 in Camilla Cemetery. The guy told me garlic has special powers. We'll get to see what special powers I have. Okay, so you go ahead and drop your garlic, and this guy appears. See, I still have 1 left. He says, I'll give you the silver knife to save your neck. Now I have the silver knife there next to my dagger. And if you go over the right, you can't go any further. That's the furthest you can go. You can come back to this point though. I'll mention it later in the game which way to go. We're not going to do it because it's going to use up a bunch of laurels to get there. But remember, this is Camilla Cemetery, so when I get there I'll mention it. Okay, so now we go back to the left and we're going to go down those set of stairs. But actually I'm running low on time. I'm going to go back to Town of Rose, pause it here. So I'm going to go ahead and be stopping my video. I'm going to replace the battery and charge this one, and we'll come back for part 2. So hope you're enjoying the game so far, and I will see you in the next video.